Oh, yeah, dude. And I'm not gonna say, dude, like these tortas, they don't look all there, bro.
No.
These are like red tortas. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the inaugural episode of the LOLtino podcast. It's the official podcast for the LOLtino streetwear. And of course, I'm your host, Bryan along with our co-founder of LOLtino,
Gunner can too. What's up, guys?
Guys, thank you guys for joining this. You guys have been asking for a podcast for a while, and we figured this is probably the best time to do it, and we're doing it straight up Mexicano style, all right? We are literally right here in the Texas countryside recording it because we're like, this is where the real Mexicanos are still at.
Yeah, for sure, man.
We're not some freaking 3 or 4 generation no sabo shit. Like, this is straight up where we want to be, and this whole month we're going to be in South Texas doing this podcast. This is like straight up like if you're at a carne asada, you know, this is the kind of background you want to have.
This is not green screen.
No, dude.
There's gnats and flies and everything in my ear.
I think like some of my Mexican ancestors were probably shot over here as they overtook the Alamo.
Yeah, there's gunshots right now.
There's gunshots right now. But yeah, dude, let's go ahead and talk about how we collaborated and started this. So it really was just birthed of, there's not enough that talks about the Latino culture in a way where it's all about just the laughs.
Yeah. It's like a lot of stuff that you see is like cheesy or just like too political. Everyone takes everything too goddamn serious. It's like, that's not our culture, man. We make fun of ourselves, you know what I mean?
Bro, that's not our culture. And the one thing I can't stand, dude, because I also like work in like film and TV and all that. It's like everyone talks about Latinos, like they think we're all just like elevated, like, oh, we don't want to, we just, you know, kind of victimize or and everything. I'm like, dude, what I love about Latino culture is like, we don't take ourselves too serious.
Nope.
And we laugh at everything.
Everything. It is like basically just, and you can't even just, you can't explain that to people. Anybody outside the culture doesn't understand that.
No.
They think we're supposed to feel sorry for ourselves or be victimized or somehow or whatever.
No, and that's the whole thing. And I've talked to other like comedians and stuff, like years of doing stand-up and everything. And you talk to any comedian, regardless of what their background is, sexual orientation or anything, they all tell you that like Latino audiences are the best audiences.
Yeah, man.
Because as long as it's got a punchline, we're gonna laugh.
We don't believe in depression because our grandmas and moms beat that shit out of us, man. So we're just naturally happy most of the time. Most of the time, they're like, depresión, go work, bro. That's it. It's hard to be depressed, bro. Yeah, get a job
when you're roofing. You know what I mean?
Feel sorry for yourself in 900-degree South Texas heat.
Dude, your parents make you work.
Yeah,
bro.
for sure.
So like that's why this whole thing of like the victimized is like, no, dude, you work through that shit, literally. So that's why we started doing this. And when we started collaborating, we started talking about like the stuff in the culture that like not a lot of people are talking about. Everyone's now starting to talk about it. Yeah. And I feel like we actually kind of planted the seed because we did this back in June? Or no, going back to like
spring. We did
this in spring, in April, homie. Yeah. And we started talking about tortas, and people are now coming to me and like being like, hey, dude, I found out about tortas through you.
Yeah.
I live in LA. I walk down Hollywood Boulevard. I've had straight up Mexicanos roll down their window and be like, tortas for life. I'm serious, dude. And I feel like we kind of started that and people were talking about it, and now it's kind of become part of like the cultural ethos.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why we wanted to kind of do this podcast.
I think you're changing the perception of torta too. Like, at first I think people were thinking it was like a negative connotation or something. It's like, no, dude, it's a celebration.
It's a celebration. It's a term of endearment. Love you. If you're a torta and you walk into a room with a bunch of Latinos, just know that you are in a safe space. You are loved. You are embraced. And
I even see black
you will
guys.
Be fed.
Black guys commenting on your...
Dude, I had brothers hit me up. They're like, dog, where can I get a torta?
I work with a guy. I'm not going to say too much, but he was like, he's a white dude, man. He was just like, dude, can I get a torta shirt?
Yeah, brothers were like, dude, where are the tortas at? So we started off with like our first shirt, which we'll go and post on the screen. This is our original shirt. You guys will see me. We took the photos right here. We're actually in South Texas, in New Braunfels area to be exact. And people, that's where they started to gravitate towards it. And they started sharing it, started circulating online. And when you guys started sharing the videos, that's when we realized, I'm like, dude, we are onto something.
Yeah, for sure.
It really kind of resonated with the culture. And that's when we realized, I'm like, dude, if there's a need for this, actually, we have a shirt. Hey, Max, can you throw us a shirt? Let's go and hold this up, dude. This is the bad boy, bro. This is the OG that started it all right here.
Puro
Get the
pinche.
camera. Right here. Puro pinche juicy tortas right here. Now, this shirt, bro, we actually had, it got so big that we started having other fools starting to rip this shit off.
Yeah, no, we definitely I've been part of, like I've said in the past, I've been part of multiple startups, clothing lines, and there's been some decent ones, but when I think we had 150 or something originally.
Yes.
And we sold out within like 3 or 4 hours or something like that.
We sold it, yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah, and then we're like, do we have to order some more? And so like we were scrambling trying to figure out how we could fill some of these orders. I was like, dude, I think we hit something.
Yo, what's up, guys? This podcast is presented by the LOLtino streetwear brand. It's the first Latino comedy streetwear brand to go mainstream. If you want to see more episodes, do me a favor, go to LOLtino.com where you can cop the latest drop. Right now, I'm rocking the Puro Pinche Juicy Tortas Ninja Turtle style flat billed hat and the Make Latinx Latino Again t-shirt. Once again, guys, if you try to cop and it's sold out, you missed out, fool. Join our mailing list for up-to-date drops as well as discounts. With that being said, guys, we'll get right back into the episode, but remember, go to LOLtino.com now.
Going back to it, though, when it comes to these knockoff shirts, bro, we started seeing them pop up, dude. I started people hitting me up, being like, hey, dude, is this your shirt? And it's like, no, because the design is whack as f. Like, let's go and look at this first one together.
Oh, my God. You haven't even showed me this one, man.
Dude, this is probably...
Those are lesbians.
I'm like, those aren't tortas, dude. Those are tortas in the Cuban sense.
Those are King William's District San Antonio tortas.
Dude, yeah, these are not tortas. These are turtles. Like, this is not what you see, but people started sending me this.
Oh my Lord.
And being like, is this your shirt? I'm like, no, that looks like shit.
I like the cheats. Not Cheetos. Cheats.
If you guys get any of these shirts outside of LOLtino, like, you're getting a shitty knockoff version.
Shitty. And
people have messaged me like, hey, dude, is this your shirt? Because it looks bad. I'm like, no. Dude, the worst is you're starting to see, hold on, let's look at this one, this white one first. Like how bad this design is right here.
Lord. That does look more like tortas, though.
This is the worst. This looks like and by the way, this looks like if you drew it blindfolded with your left foot.
Yeah.
You know, like, and by the way, this is like some Chinese knockoff shit, which that's how you know you're doing something right, bro.
Yeah.
When the Chinese start knocking your shit off.
Well, Bryan messaged me like the second or third day that we had launched this, the first launch ever. And he's like, dude, I want you to Google Puro Pinche Juicy Tortas. I was like, all right. And I've never seen Google I've never seen Google results that fast. Like, It takes a while to populate. And when I Googled it, I was like, Jesus, there's like 200 or 300 results already, man. So.
Bro, yeah, dude. And I'm not going to say, dude, like, these tortas, they don't look all there, bro.
No.
These are like red tortas.
Red tortas.
Dude, yeah. I'm like, these are like tortas after you've like left them in the fridge, in the back of your fridge, and you rediscover it. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot I had a torta back there.
These are Tylenol tortas.
These are not good. Yeah, these are the extra strength Tylenol edition tortas, dude. This is not good, man. And then, you know what started pissing me off even more is when I started seeing these fools starting to use my own images.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at this first one right here. That's literally me. Yep. They just took me in the photo. Like, look at this. That's my lips right there.
Well, I was telling, you probably didn't recognize some of it, but it's really easy to copy design nowadays. Like, it's easy to steal it from the internet, and like watermarking is not going to do shit. And there's just really no protection unless like you do lawsuits or whatever. But they were getting so like cheap and lazy that they were taking the photo of you, and just cutting out portions of like your neck.
Yeah.
So you could still see, they were printing it with your necklace over the design still, dude. So I was like, all right, just let them have it, man.
Dude, I mean, that's when you realize, I'm like, what can we do? Because I had some people saying, like, are you going to be suing all these people? I'm like, we have attorneys that can handle it now, especially now.
Yeah.
Like, we have attorneys now that can do it. But like, with all this shit, like it just blew us up. So like yeah, this one they're using, that's my chain right there.
Yeah.
That's it. And they say it's made in the USA. That's bullshit.
No.
You know damn well that's not made in the USA. Fucking liars.
Free chipping.
Trying to capitalize on that patriotism.
I know, man.
By the way, that's how you know a company's going down the toilet, when they start going like full patriot.
Yeah.
Like I saw a Dodge commercial the other day. They're like, "We know you're an American, and you're an American because you drive a Dodge." I'm like, "Damn, dude, Dodge is not doing well
good,
right
nope.
now, dude."
No, they did. I saw them on like Facebook Marketplace. Like they were going through like they started popping up on my feed. I was like, that is weird.
Yeah, dude. And if you're buying a knockoff torta shirt, bro, don't come to my shows and ask me to sign it. Because I actually had a fool try to get me to sign it. He was like, "Hey man, can you sign it?" I'm like, "Bro, that's not even mine, bro." He's like, "It's not." I'm like, "Bro, don't act like you didn't know, dude. You paid like $9.99. As I was like grabbing the shirt, it started to disintegrate.
Yeah.
So it was literally like a shitty TikTok shop one.
So I messaged one of the Facebook Marketplace pop-ups that came through my feed, and I was like, "Dude, how can I get a shirt?" And he's like, literally gave me the address of where he was going to be, like on the south side of San Antonio. Like on the corner,
dude,
like on Military Drive, dude. He's like, "Oh man, I cannot." I used to bootleg shirts all the time, so I can't be too mad, but
Now when it happens to you, that was like a circle moment. You're like, "Oh, now I'm seeing the pain that I was creating."
causing for people. Yeah. I'm sorry about that, Spurs.
Oh shit. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the Spurs ones.
Don't come after me.
But that's what I mean. It's like these knockoff ones, all this bullshit. I understand people feel like they need to do it. They're capitalizing what we created.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So to me, it's like, all right, we're onto something. I'm not going to sign it, but at the same time, it's like, that's why we realize, I'm like, dude, this is why like we got to have a sense of humor about all
Nah,
this.
for sure. What is the saying? The imitation is the best form of flattery, or the best something. I don't know.
Yeah, imitation.
But it don't fill up the pocketbook, so stop fucking doing it.
It's exactly right. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna say that to my fucking car loan. I'm like, hey, I'm really flattered this month. They're like, yeah, pay up.
Yeah.
Dude. But that's the one thing, and it's like, because I feel like every turn is getting too serious, especially when it comes to like Latino culture.
Yep.
Like for us, it's all about the humor, because we started seeing, and I don't know if we influenced it or not, but like we're seeing other Latino brands starting to like roll out more merch. But I think they're falling for the trap, which is just like trying to get too political about shit.
Everything's fucking political.
And I'm like, I know Latinos, it's like when something gets political, there's a part of us that instantly wants to rebel against it.
Always.
Like, I think it's just the scrappy nature of our culture. Like the reason why, like, even though we were greatly outnumbered, we still try to fight to like keep the U.S. at bay.
Yeah, no, for
you know,
sure.
like during the Mexican-American War, or like being told what not to do. Like we're just naturally rebellious.
Naturally, it's engraved.
So like we saw like Foo's Gone Wild, which
I unfollow. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like it was about a year ago. I unfollowed them. They just got way too political.
They
man.
messaged me and they've used some of my stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes. And
congratulations.
They've shared some of my content.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
So like I got nothing against them, but like then they start coming out with merch that like before they was like, I feel like they were more on the fun part, which is fine, but now they're getting a little bit too political.
Yeah, dude. It's like I mean that's the worst. Like when you, especially if you follow them for funny shit.
Exactly.
It's like entrapment.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, dude, when someone's following you for comedy, I'm like, that's got to be the main goal, is to like always be funny.
Yep.
And I think sometimes I do a joke and people don't realize it until other people start chiming in and correcting them. They're like, oh, stay in your lane. I'm like, this is the lane. It's comedy.
Yeah.
You're taking it serious. So you're falling for the bait.
Yep.
It's a troll, right? But when it comes to this, like the merch that they dropped, and the funny thing is, I'm commenting on this because I actually have a bit about this in my act, where I saw a white woman wearing a shirt that said, "Keep the immigrants, deport the racists." And I told her, I was like, if you want to deport racists, you're going to be deporting a lot of immigrants. Yeah. Like, that's going to be the first to go.
What do you think the racists are, man?
Bro, I'm telling you right now, dude, every Mexicano family has some racist tios in it, or tias, or your parents are fucking racist, or you're a little racist. Well, you know what I mean?
I think
we're all like, right? So they dropped this shirt, which is literally my act, called Deport All Racists. And I'm not co-signing it. I'm not against it. They can do whatever they want. It's a free market. But these are some of the comments, right? So the first comment I see here is, bro, make this page great again. And quit with the corny political shit.
Dude, for real, man.
There's another one. Deport all the racists. So deport everyone, ? Right?
Pretty much. Sums it up. You've never been to a Mexican household during Thanksgiving?
And then this next comment, deport all the racists, right? Damn, that means my grandparents, my tios are all going for horse.
All of them.
And that's literally it. And then some people are owning it, right? Well, they're like, well, I guess I'm getting deported then.
All of us.
Well, that's what I mean. I'm like, dude.
You ever seen that meme where it's like the typical Karen cartoon illustration, and she's saying like, that's racist, and then it shows her friend groups, and they're all like just different versions of exactly her. It's like the same illustration. And then it shows like the typical Chad drawing. He's like, or you're racist. And he goes, yes, I am. And then it shows his friend groups, and there's like
it's all minorities.
Different types of everything. There's even animals in it and shit.
Well, dude, let's be honest, bro. It's like 90% of shit that gets picked up of like stupid, ignorant things of like, why is anybody mad about this? It's usually, this is from my experience, a white woman that has too much time on her hands.
Too much time. And it's really just like looking to push the victim card, because like there's comedy, there's unity in racist jokes. It's funny. It's not really true racism.
Bro,
it's like if you're a true racist, you're on some fucking spectrum.
Well, it's like a true racist doesn't hang around other minorities.
No.
Like, I'll tell you right now, dude, like, I know you train in like MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I know your kids into wrestling and stuff. It's like, it's every race coming together. They're all fighting each other. But like, I fought boxing for a long time. So every boxing gym you go to, everyone talks to themselves like, yeah, look at this fucking Mexican over here. You know, he's tiny. And, you know, like, yeah, it's like, you talk to like a straight up Eastern European dude, it'd be like, oh yeah, you do a shoulder roll defense. I train at a Russian gym right now in LA, and I tried to do a shoulder roll defense in sparring, and my Russian trainer was like, you're not black. Why do you fighting like that? Like, fight like a Mexican. Like, he was telling me like that. So I'm like, dude, this is how people who aren't racist talk to each other.
Yes, exactly. Celebrate our differences.
But if you go into like a company, it's like HR, and it's all like a white woman in charge and everything. It's like, you could even just be like, yeah, it's like, man, dude, I had Mexican food does not agree with me. They're like, that could be offensive.
That's very offensive.
And then you're called into the office like, you made a statement about Mexican food. That's a cultural thing. And you're just like, what, dude? Even the Mexican dude's like, yeah, dude, sometimes I get a little gassy with the frijoles.
All the time, man.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, dude, to me, it's like when Latinos start embracing that and start like policing each other's language and all that, I'm like, that's when I start getting really pissed off. And I also say to myself, I'm like, bro, that's how I know you got to go back to the home country for a little bit.
For a while. Didn't your whole startup happen when you were being rebellious against Latinx? Or?
The Latinx, yeah, dude. That was the first thing that like a lot of people know me from online content was doing and making fun of Latinx, because in the entertainment industry, dude, that word, and a lot of people are like, I've never really heard it. I'm like, yeah, it's because you didn't work in those industries where it was being pushed upon you, right?
And nobody had to tell like your audience or me that Latinx was fucking stupid.
No.
Like, I just saw it one day. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then like my algorithm was listening to me, whatever, and your reel came through it. It's like, happy Latinx month.
Yeah, and which we're currently in right now. Yeah. And they went back to Hispanic heritage.
Yeah.
So again, it's like, I think talking about it and satirizing it, because I remember I was getting emails and it would be like auditions for like TV shows, and they're like, breakdown would be like 20-something-year-old Latinx male or Latinx identifying male. And I'm like, what the fuck? I literally was like, what is this? And then you found out that they were trying to make it a gender neutral term. And all Latinos were like, dude, you're not gonna win us over with this. We don't want this help. We want Spanish to stay Spanish. Make Spanish Spanish again. Make Latinx Latino again.
My grandpa didn't work 11 jobs, have a wife and kids and 11 girlfriends just for us to be Latinxers.
Hell no.
Fuck that shit, dude.
I'm like, exactly. I'm like, do you think we caused all of these, like, fought and scrapped so hard to, like, decolonize from the Spanish, fight the United States, embrace our own culture, start our own country, and then finally arrive to be Latinx?
No, dude.
Hell to the no, bro.
That's why I'm like, I put my kids in all these like MMA and fighting sports, and like, no, we need to keep the culture alive, and you're gonna have to fight and be tough and do all this shit because it's not gonna happen,
dude. Yes,
especially in the schools, man. But
and ironically, that makes you more peaceful, bro.
Yeah,
when you know how to fight, dude, it's all about the martial art. It's the discipline.
When I heard Rogan talking about it, and I don't watch Rogan, I clip it every once in a while. When I heard him talking about wrestlers like 6 or 7 years ago about how when he walks in a room with like Jordan Burroughs or something, there's just a sense of like comfort.
Yeah.
Because he's wrestled so much his whole life. He's been through every single one of those battles. It does something to your head.
Yeah, you don't have to prove anything.
You don't have to prove anything.
Nah.
And me, when I get cut off and someone shoots their finger, I fucking want to hunt them down and kill them. So I want my kids to be calm and collected.
You want them to be calm and collected. It also just teaches you to have a logical brain when shit's going down. Yep. And like anyone will tell you, dude, if you're ever in a bar situation and you start seeing two dudes kind of scrapping at each other, right?
It's the calm one.
And the dude who's the most calm, he's just like, bro, no, we don't need to go there.
We don't need to go
there. And then one dude keeps pushing and egging him on. I'm like, that dude is about to get decimated.
You start taking the bets right there.
He's about to get choked out. He's about to get leg kicked, or he's about to just get knocked out with like a left hook as a lead or something.
I remember seeing a video like 5 or 6 years ago, and when I knew I was gonna put my kids in wrestling, it was at a bar, and it was like a 6'5" like football player, and he was talking shit to like this 5'4" wrestler. I don't know if he was Mexican. He was a 5'4", 5'5" wrestler, and the wrestler was calm as shit. And within like 3 minutes, the dude had him in a chokehold from the ground. So I was like,
dude.
I was like, yeah, my kids are gonna do jiu-jitsu and wrestling.
That's exactly it. So and I get that. It's like you want that entire like calmness and everything because you also know how to deal with idiots.
Yeah, and it like this like perpetuates like I see this like the Port Art racist. It's just like you're perpetuating this whole victimhood of like, yes, racism exists, racists do exist, but let's go about our days. Let's like be the people that we're supposed to be happy and not have to worry about this shit. Like,
and that's why like you don't want to subscribe to like either thing. You want to just call a spade and be able to like call balls and strikes like a good umpire.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So like you see that shit from that side, and then you go to like the completely other side, and then you start seeing people being upset about the Bad Bunny Super Bowl shit, which I'm like, dude.
I don't like Bad Bunny because I don't like his music. Nothing.
I like what Bad Bunny does to dance floors. Okay, I like Bad Bunny because it brings out the type of women that you want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like, if you're at a Bad Bunny concert, bro,
or you're at a club, you don't want to put on Radiohead,
and you see Bad Bunny and you start seeing things moving and shaking. And you're like, I don't like this music, but I like what I'm seeing. That's what Bad Bunny is for,
no,
bro.
For sure, man. Like it's gonna be a party. Like Super Bowl halftime show is gonna be a party.
It's also too. It's like if you even want to talk about it from like straight up dollars and cents, like he is. I think other than Taylor Swift,
I think he's
the highest selling live artist in the world. Dude, I was in London a year and a half ago, and I was hearing Bad Bunny coming out of cars, bro. So it's like he has an international reach, and to me, like you have idiots that are like seeing him and they're getting super triggered, and also not even realize that like he is technically an American.
Yeah,
and this is why I have a problem with Puerto Ricans because they want to. I know this circle back too, but this is Latinos, and by the way. I criticize Latino shit in a way of like it's one of us.
Yeah.
So like the one thing I hate about politics is like people can vote on certain for certain like win issues.
Yeah.
And white people don't get the label of like, well, you're voting against your own kind.
Always.
You know what? White people treat each other like each other.
Mm-hmm.
Latinos, if you vote in a certain direction, which like the last election you had 40% of Latinos voting for Trump, they're like, you're voting against your own kind. I'm like, no, I think it's just like white people. Like, we know our culture.
Yeah.
We're treating ourselves like how whites treat each other.
Yeah.
We're not part of this whole thing. We're just treating ourselves without actual color.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's the definition of identity politics.
But this is where I go back with Puerto Ricans. I'm like, you guys jump into like the Latin struggle, but you're all fucking U.S. citizens, dog.
All of them.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Yeah, it's easier for them to become U.S. citizens too.
It's like, come on, bro. They're like, wait, we're against this and this. I'm like, dude, you're a citizen at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And not only that, like your country gets U.S. dollars sent to you every month.
Yep.
Like you guys got a nice little subsidy. So like, I respect the Puerto Rican culture when it comes to boxing. I love what you guys are doing. But at the end of the day, it's like, you guys are like on third base when it comes to like the Latin struggle in the U.S., dog. That being said, though, great music.
Great. Listen, I don't have anything against Bad Bunny or reggaeton.
This is the old school in you.
Just stop playing it at all the rivers, lakes, and beaches, please? For the love of God, I just want to listen to the water and the sounds of nature. That's the curmudgeon in me. It's like reggaeton has ruined nature for me because of reggaeton fans. That's it.
I don't like the reggaeton dudes because they all work at T-Mobile and then think they're entrepreneurs. You know what I mean?
They do, man, yeah.
Like, I'll say it right now, dude. Like,
they all drive Audis.
Yeah, they have a leased Audi. They still live at home, or they have like 3 or 4 roommates. I know these dudes because I have friends that live this life.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And they're like, bro, reggaeton is life. And I'm like, bro, just what do I need to do to upgrade my Samsung?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really it. So going back to the Bad Bunny thing, like, I'm like, this is where like I hate people who are like super conservative on the right, where they're like getting triggered by it.
Well, I'm not watching that shit.
I'm like, bro, you don't watch anyways.
No. There's been the last one they enjoyed was like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
By the way, too, also people haven't done research. Bad Bunny's already been at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
He was at the J-Lo Shakira one, which, by the way, let's just be honest, bro. Nobody was complaining about that one, bro. That one, I mean, you had some race. I'm like, dude, if you're okay, be against Latinos, but you ain't against the booty, dude.
Yeah.
So I think if Bad Bunny's on that stage, bro, and he's got a bunch of Latinas shaking to his music,
I don't want to.
Everyone's gonna be like, best halftime show ever.
I don't want to hear the hypocrisy afterwards of all these conservatives being like, I didn't watch it. No, you did. You looked at all them shaking booties.
I know.
You went on. You found our torta shirts. You bought one. So yeah, he bringing the world together, man.
It's also too. It's like, bro, you annex Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
You keep it as a safe haven, a tax shelter. Let's be honest, right? You're going to get some music out of there, and that music's going to permeate in the culture. Mm-hmm. And he is super popular. And also, half the country that you took was Spanish. I mean, dude, you have major cities still in Spanish. San Antonio, Los Angeles, Monterrey, California, San Jose.
New Braunfels. I mean,
dude,
no, not that one.
The biggest moneymaker, right? San Francisco.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, stop pretending like Spanish isn't already part of the culture. Man. Like, just embrace it, bro.
For real, dude.
So to me, it's like, that's the one thing. It's like, with this podcast, we want to be able to like call shit out on every side and have it be a podcast where it's like, all right, you can just come here, you just laugh, you can talk shit, and then most importantly, cop the merch.
Yo, what's up, guys? This podcast is presented by the LOLtino streetwear brand. It's the first Latino comedy streetwear brand to go mainstream. If you want to see more episodes, do me a favor, go to LOLtino.com where you can cop the latest drop. With that being said, guys, we'll get right back into the episode. But remember, go to LOLtino.com now.
Let's be real too. Like, some of them will be offensive on purpose.
We are going to be offensive, guys.
Yep.
Being offensive is just part of being Latino.
No, and funny.
And funny.
Yep.
We'll always be funny. Remember that.
We won't sell out like other accounts. I won't name any names.
No, when we say we're wild, we're going to stay wild.
Yep.
So, guys, thank you guys for watching this first episode. We got more on the way. Go ahead, click and subscribe, guys. Follow us. And remember, jump on the email list to get the first on discounts, drops, and episodes. We'll see you on the next one.